Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my FIFA 13 squad building. Finally we're back. FIFA 12 is done and dusted, and we're here to bring you FIFA 13 squad. So today I decided I'd kick it off with probably the best team I've used in FIFA 13 so far. Now bear in mind, I haven't used a lot of teams yet, but whenever I start in a new FIFA, I did it with 11, I did it with 12, I tend to jump straight to a Russian league, and that's usually because one, they have some really great players in there, and most importantly two, you get them for a really good price. That's honestly the truth, because you get some players in there that you guys will see throughout this squad that are just worth the money, absolutely. So to kick it off, we have the goalkeeper. I was actually tempted to go with someone like Diego Alves, because I think he has 91 reflexes and he just looks like an overpowered goalkeeper, but I did use him and he just really didn't live up to it whatsoever. So I decided I'd try this guy, and I'd heard quite a bit about him throughout FIFA 12. Never really gave him a shot though, but he's actually definitely, I think he'll be my #1 Brazilian keeper without a doubt. He is so good. He's just such a great shot stopper, and has done me really well so far. So Bruno Alves there, centre back, pretty standard when it comes to a Russian league side. Seems to have got a bit more of a tan though recently, and looks like he's been under the sunbeds a little bit, but he's centre back again. Anyukov, standard right back, decent pace on him, and both of those guys are non-rares. But at the top we have Danny there, the Portuguese player, the centre attacking mid. Back in FIFA 12 and FIFA 11 he used to be a 5-star skiller, but EA have really clamped down, whatever you want to say, on the 5-star skillers, and they've actually demoted a lot of them down to 4-star. Unfortunately, Danny was a victim of that, but his friend across the formation over there, Carlos Eduardo, who was a magnificent player throughout the entire of FIFA 12, is still 5-star skills, which is great, and that's always good to hear, because it's always nice having at least one player with 5-star skills in your team, and that's the way I felt about it. But they will be a little bit pricey, especially Carlos Eduardo. You're looking to spend around 7k. Danny maybe a little bit cheaper, around 4k, but like I said, prices with those sort of things are always fluctuating, so that's just something to keep an eye on. As left back and our familiar face at centre back, we have two Brazilian players. David Luiz, who was just an absolute monster in 12, has made his comeback, I suppose, and he is just as good. Really, guys, he's so good in FIFA 13 again, which kind of makes me happy, because I did enjoy using him in 12, but I know if I come up against him in FIFA 13, I am going to be given an absolute nightmare. But to add a little bit of Liverpool spice to the full thing, and to keep the Brazilian trend going on, Lucas Leiva there, the centre defensive midfielder. And he's in there because he's got really good passing. He's there to feed this two centre attacking mids, the centre forward and the striker. That's what I've used for the defensive mids. That seems to be the best thing going, really, is just to have some good passers and good defenders when you put them in centre defensive midfield positions. And here's the most expensive player of the entire squad, funnily enough. He's a Brazilian silver, so a Brasilver. Plays in the Russian league, obviously. He's got 4-star skills for a natural centre defensive mid. That's really awesome, and he is 6'1", which makes him quite a big guy as well, and his shot is lethal. Seriously, his right foot is monstrous, and I would recommend it to anyone, but he is very pricey, and you could probably pick up a player. I do find he is actually a really good center defensive mid. You could probably pick up a non-rare for about 1,000 coins instead of having to shell out 14,000. Wellington, who's did absolute wonders throughout FIFA 12, he's back, and look at that, 4 games, 9 goals, so that's just over 2 goals per game he's averaging, and he is so good for me. Seriously, I swapped him and Oberfemi Martins. I just found that Oberfemi Martins wasn't cutting it at all, and it was most definitely Wellington that deserved the first team spot. Then we've got Imenke, I think that's how you say his name, my apologies if I'm wrong, but he's got 90 pace and he's got 90 odd strength as well, and this guy is a brute. Seriously, when you see him in game, you'll see me score a few goals with him. He is genuinely just a huge brute. So that's the team there in general. We've got some new chemistry links attaching the center attacking mids up to the striker Imenke, but fortunately enough they all check out, and we managed to get 9 chemistry on every single player. One of the things I certainly noticed was that in FIFA 13 chemistry does make a huge difference. Now I know I said that in FIFA 12, but for some reason I feel as though in FIFA 13 it's even more of the case, and same with morale as well. But Carlos Eduardo and Danny are essentially the strings. Take a look at that for a cheeky little Neymar chop, which is one of my favorite skill moves in all honesty, because not only is it a chop, but it actually has an angle to it, so you can actually use it to your advantage and really get round players. There, did you see the size of Menke there and the power of that shot? The guy is an absolute brute. And not to mention, I did do a tutorial on the Balotelli celebration, or the Hulk celebration, whatever you'd like to call it. And whoa, 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 would you like some salt with those chips, Carlos Eduardo, you beast? The first chip goal on FIFA 13 goes to your man, Carlos Eduardo. But like I was saying, I did do a tutorial on the Balotelli or Hulk celebration, or the muscle flex as they've called it in FIFA 13, and it's a really cool celebration. It doesn't look that great, in all honesty. You'll see it here, a little bit of shush followed by the Balotelli celebration, and the amount of messages I've received, just the abuse for doing that celebration over and over, is hilarious. But Wellington is lethal, seriously. If you gotta have him in the squad, simple as that. He is so good. He's got 93 pace. No, I don't think it's as much as that. Maybe it's 90 odd pace, anyways. And the guy is so good. He's so agile. He feels as though you can, he's got 4-star skills, so those Ronaldo chops work out pretty well. And unfortunately, a failed Rabona, but Menke there, the absolute brute himself, was there to pick up the pieces and put it in the back of the net. So I was actually tempted to do a bit of a hidden gem on Menke, but I have to admit, a lot of people have already told me about him, and I feel as though he isn't really that hidden. If you'd like to see me go into a lot more detail about Menke and how I feel he plays best and where I think he should play on the field, and how to really get the most out of him, then do let me know. But how about that for a little bit of trickery and pass it through to Wellington, and he's just not going to miss from there. Dial in the phone, followed by the Balotelli celebration again. I'm really going to have to find something new. That's going to get old pretty quickly, so I'm going to keep looking around. I really want to be able to do the worm. That looks like such an awesome celebration, but I'm going to have to wait till I'm at least a few more levels up on that EASFC ladder. But a ball through there and a finesse shot, something that you don't see at all. Well, you obviously see it in FIFA 13, but it's so more rare, and it kind of saddens me because I was a big finesse guy, but it's really allowed me to change my playstyle and just made the game a lot more fun. So I'm enjoying this game at the moment. I know a lot of people are got a few complaints about it, but for me it's all a big learning experience. It's just a big learning curve, and I can't wait to play more of it. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. On your screen now on the left is the Balotelli celebration, and on your right is another FIFA 13 video. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all later. If you could leave a like for more squad builders, that would be awesome. Until then, I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.